So, before we dive in today, I'd like you to just take a moment and pause. Take a slow breath in and let it go. And just let your attention drift down to your body. What's going on there right now? Any low-level readiness? Like some part of you is still anticipating, waiting for something to happen? That's not a character flaw. That's a nervous system doing what it's learned to do. And that low-level readiness is a source of cortisol. So settle back and make yourself comfortable. You're here. So let's begin. Hi, it's Damian, and welcome back to the Abundance Frequency. I'm so glad you're here today. So in this episode, I would like to talk about cortisol, as it does get a very bad rap, and it does cause a lot of issues for a lot of people. You've probably heard of it as the stress hormone. That spike when the boss emails, or you get that nasty call, or at 3 a.m. when your thoughts are spiraling or you're trying to sleep. And most people believe that high cortisol causes the tension, causes the racing mind, causes the tight shoulders. And the truth is, cortisol isn't the problem. It's the signal. Is your body's alert that there might be an issue, or it is anticipating an issue? Think of it this way. When we have a building and we set up a fire alarm, if there's a fire in that building and we turn the alarm off, we unplug it, it doesn't stop the fire from being real. So instead of turning off the signal, what we have to do is put out the fire. So the real question isn't, how do I get rid of cortisol? It's, what is my nervous system still waiting for permission to relax? Why is that happening? How can I get my nervous system to know there is no threat, there is no fire? Now, if you've tried NLP affirmations, visualizations, those stress tools have a value, but they work from the top down. They work from your mind in the hope that your body changes. But underneath that, what they're trying to do is change the nervous system. So with somatics, we work with the nervous system. We go straight to the signal, and let's change the signal. Let's put the fire out. The cortisol trap that most people fall into is thinking that the body is failing to relax. It's not. It's waiting for information. It's waiting for a signal. That felt sense of safety that there is no risk from the fire, that there is no threat. That is what we can work with. A couple of years ago, I worked with a very senior professional. She was in her mid-50s, and if you looked at her from the outside, she was thriving. She had the job, the car, the house, the money. Everything looked fantastic. And she came to me because she had what you may know as stress belly, a swollen abdomen. She had a low-level anxiety all of the time, waiting for the next item on the to-do list, waiting for the next challenge, the next problem. She was never really panicking. There was never a panic attack. But there was this low-level anxiety. And so she never fully relaxed. She tried everything, supplements, yoga, affirmations. None of that stuff is wrong, but none of it worked either. not for long term. So I asked her when she came to me, where do you feel that anxiety in your body? And she paused, she smiled, she said, nobody had ever asked her that. Nobody had ever referred back to the body. And then she thought about it for a little while. And she came back and said, it's in my shoulders. My shoulders are always slightly raised. Like she's about to be asked something. Like she's anticipating a question. So I asked, when did that start? She didn't know. She couldn't remember a time when they weren't raised. Now that shows that her nervous system was on alert, was aware and anticipating a potential issue from so long ago. It forgot the original alert. It forgot what the alarm was about in the first place. So she didn't need more information or a better strategy. She just needed her shoulders to drop. Not by deciding, not by thinking it, not by saying, shoulders drop, but by receiving information within her body, a signal that it was safe to do so. So I'd like you to just take a moment now and notice, is there somewhere in your body doing something similar right now? Just take a breath, let it go. Let your attention drift down to your body and notice, is there a sense of anticipation somewhere? A low-level anxiety as if you are waiting for something to happen. So here's what's happening when your cortisol stays elevated. Your nervous system is on alert. It's waiting. Thankfully, we have a process for dealing with it naturally. Every mammal does. It's called the orienting X response. If you think of a deer for a moment, you may have noticed. You'll notice they turn their head very slowly. Soft eyes, wide gaze, and then stillness. They just notice. And that lets their nervous system know that there's no threat. And we do the same thing. We just seem to have forgotten that we're allowed to do it. We spend so much time in our cognitive minds, we forget what our body does naturally. So, how this works. Just take a breath for a moment. And slowly, really slowly, let your eyes begin to move around the room. Just looking. Soften your gaze. Taking in whatever is there. The edges of the room, the corners. Maybe notice where the light is coming from. You're not actually looking for anything. You're just noticing. You're just receiving information. And if your head follows gently, that's fine. Now just take a moment and notice what the body does. Not what you think it should do, but what you feel. Any slight settling in the shoulders, the jaw, the chest. That's your brainstem receiving a report. I've looked around and there is no threat. This is how the nervous system likes its information. Simple. Bring this slow, soft gaze into your day. Just take a moment during the day and just notice your environment. Scan it slowly. Not labeling, not thinking about, not looking for anything. Just noticing. Do it regularly and unhurriedly. And your nervous system begins to update its picture. And because of that, the cortisol begins to reflect that. And that is the reset. So here's what we've uncovered together today. Cortisol is a signal. That's all it is. It's a signal. It's not an enemy. Your system is still alert. It's still waiting for something to happen. It's not been told that everything's okay. So the reset starts with giving the body the felt information it's been waiting for. Now, moving forward, you don't have to change your life. You don't have to change what's happening around you. You just have to change your biological state, and this is the simplest way of doing it. Shoulders down, jaw loose. A moment before the readiness kicks in, the anxiety, the anticipation kicks in. That state is always available. It's not far, and your body already knows how to get there. You just have to give it permission to do it. Now, if this has resonated with you, if you've felt something even small today, I'd like to introduce the 3-day reset course. This is 3 short audio sessions that are really there to open the door to the power of somatics. Somatics is one of those systems that is deceptively simple, but it goes back to the basics. It works with your nervous system. We don't try to rethink things through complex NLP language processing or through hypnosis or meditation. We simply work with the signals that are already there in your body. And these audios have been crafted to transform your relationship with your nervous system, so you work with it. The link is in this episode's notes. Just pop your email in on the page and the audios land. There's no spam, no upsell. The reality is this is a new way of thinking about things, a new way of dealing with things. And these 3 audios open the door and show you the potential that you have all the tools already. You need to handle this. And they are a good place to start. So, in the next episode, we're going to go even deeper. I'm going to take you through a full cortisol reset. We're not going to go through the explanation. It's going to be a pure somatic experience. It lasts about 15 to 20 minutes. So before you listen to that one, find somewhere quiet. Somewhere you can just let go. And I can't wait to share that with you. And if you haven't already, just go ahead and hit subscribe. It genuinely means a lot. And you know, there are people out there who need it as much as you do. So let them know about it. Hit that subscribe button. So until the next time, just remember, you don't have to chase your signal. You just have to let your body know it's already there.